Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gilbert Reese, and I'm here to talk to you about being healthier. One of the major issues in our modern society. So we're going to discuss some of the few topics and what is affecting from our kids to our adults. So let's go ahead and get started. If you can go ahead and go to the next slide, please. So fast food restaurants spend around $294 million on marketing messages aimed for children. Let's go ahead and use McDonald's as an example. Happy Meals. Great product, kids love it. Whenever the commercial comes on, the toy is what's being advertised, right? Because that image will stick in your kid's head. And what's going to happen? Mom, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's a recurring issue where eventually your kid will ask so many times that most parents are going to give in. And they will end up taking them to McDonald's to get a Happy Meal, not realizing that it will have 640 calories and 24 grams of strict fat. That's solid fat that is going to go into your kid's stomach, body, everywhere. And depending on how active your kid is, as you can see, we have a great example of what it could look like. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is something that's going on. It's been increasing since the 1970s. Our numbers have tripled as far as obesity and being overweight. So it's definitely a huge issue. You should really look into this and focus, and if you yourself feel like you may be overweight, definitely look at some healthier tips, which we will go through towards the end. So right now, let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So fast food leads to obesity. Right now, 2/3 of Americans here in the U.S. are overweight. We're actually the country to have the most overweight people. And some other countries are starving, so we will take that into consideration. But at the end of the day, they don't look like us, and they may not have the same jobs that we do, but their daily routine is more active than ours. For example, I go to work every day and I actually sit in front of a computer, and instead of eating chips, I choose to eat an apple. It has great carbohydrates, strictly sugar, and it's healthy and will make your metabolism run. So let's go ahead and go to the next page. So as of right now, 142 million of people that are 20 ages or older are actually obese. 73% of them are women, 69% or 69 million of them are men. Now keep in mind, this is not a race, because as of right now, I see 73 million men that are losers and 69 million women that are losing, because this isn't a race to compete who's overweight. This is who just wants to be healthy and feel better about themselves. Okay, I encourage you to not be in this million, because it's definitely not good for you. It's not a good lifestyle. And just try it. You will notice that by exercising a little bit more during the day, you will feel more comfortable and just better about yourself mentally. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide. So this is one of the tips that can help you to be healthier. Basically, eating 5 servings of fruit and vegetables daily. Now, you don't have to go out there and eat, raw onions. Obviously, nobody likes this. I do personally, but, in general, you don't, especially kids. So there's different ways. You can make fruit salads. You can add a little bit of sugar-free whipped cream, maybe some honey, sugar-free syrup. A lot of different things that you can do which people are not aware. It's just a matter of looking online, picking up a healthy book, thinking of what is healthy and what isn't. You can definitely tell what isn't healthy when it's being deep fried into, a food product, into a pan. All the breading, any restaurant obviously wants you to get filled up so they can produce the amount of food, but at the lower cost to their convenience, which deep frying and breading is a great way to do that. If you look into consideration, you have a small cup soda of 12 ounces, and for 59 cents more, you'll get a 64 ounce. Obviously, because it's more convenient, you're going to get the 64 ounce. Unfortunately, it's going to be an extra 52 ounces of strictly soda and sugar that's going to go into your body, sodium, which is going to make you lazier. And whenever you do want to work out or actually run that extra mile, you're not going to be able to, because of all the acids just hitting your muscles. You won't be able to breathe, and you get lightheaded. And reason being is because you chose to buy that 64 ounce soda. That's going to be a major issue. Stop. Buy a smaller soda. Cut it in half. Junk food, cut it in half. If you can actually do around an hour of cardio a day, you could lose up to 4 to 6 pounds on an average a year. Now, this statistic's obviously not the best because if you incorporate eating healthier, eating less, watching your calorie intake, depends on the type of workouts that you do, you can lose more weight on a monthly basis. But definitely just trying to stay thin, trying to stay light, and trying to stay healthy is your main goal. If we can go to the next slide, please. 4 easy tips on living longer and healthier life. People who do 4 things will live an additional 14 years compared to regular people who don't do any of these behaviors. Don't smoke. Obviously affects your lungs. It will not allow for you to work out properly or as good. Exercising. Obviously try to make this part of your weekly routine. If you drink alcohol, try to social drink. You don't have to drink every day. They do say a glass of wine is good. Just half a glass, so you don't have to drink the whole bottle every night. It's still bad for you. Just release some stress. And once again, eating vegetables and fruits, great thing to do. And just get creative. Fruit salads and everything you can think of just focus on being healthy and clean. That's my main concern. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time. Once again, I appreciate you guys to be healthier. My name is Gilbert Reese. Have a good night.